Yet controversial shows of the late 60s. Despite its popularity, CBS famously canceled the show in the middle of its third season due to clashes with network censors. In a statement, Dick's mother said Tom was not only the loving older brother that everyone would want in their life, he was a one-of-a-kind creative partner. Tom's mother died Tuesday at his home in California following a battle with cancer. He was 86 years old. And that is tonight's CBS Evening News. For Nora O'Donnell and all of us here, I'm Jerika Duncan. Have a good night.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us here tonight for News 40 at 6. I'm Noah Fairber.
And I'm Chris Allen. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday evening as we're getting some showers that are trying to work into the area. Right now, it's all rain. Temperatures are warm enough to keep it all rain. 4-hour clouds and radar together showing how all this is moving into the area. And it looks like we're going to be in that situation where temperatures stay just warm enough to keep it mainly rain. Right now, Hopkinsville reporting some rain down to Clarksville, Tennessee, and eventually here in Bowling Green, we're going to begin to see those showers coming through as well. Looking at live cam downtown, we're seeing even off to Cherry Hill, everything is just cloudy this evening. Although rain will start to move in as we go through the next few hours. 53 was our high today. 28 was our low, and tonight we're going to get down into the 30s, just close enough to freezing, but still rain is mainly likely. Any kind of a mix will be more north or west of us. We've got another system coming in I'll talk about coming up in just a few minutes.
Our top story tonight, a very unfortunate Saturday night for members of the Allen County community. A fatal car accident that has shaken up not only families, but the entire school system. News 40's Michael Ridgway has more details.
She called me. She was at his family Christmas gathering. And I just said, you know, when you head home, just be careful. And we love you and we'll see you in just a little bit. And then at, I think it was maybe 30 minutes later, maybe 40, we got the phone call from saying we needed to come up there. There'd been a bad accident. From there, it's kind of a blur to me.
A tragic event on Christmas weekend for two families, a boy and a girl, both Allen County High School students, who had a terrible crash on December 23rd, taking the life of Braxton Patrick and severely injuring Brooklyn Carter, perhaps leaving her paralyzed. Needless to say, it's been a tough time.
Our main goal is to make sure she gets everything that she needs here and at home in the near future, and to be able to keep us, to be able to be with her, even though we both hold a 40-hour job, and be able to sustain the billing or the bills that we currently have today.
An old friend of Braxton had a few words to say about him while they visited the crash. He played football with him in elementary school and remembers him fondly.
He was just that type of friend that if you needed anything, you call him, he'd be there. But he'd always cheer you up when you're feeling down. He was just all around a good guy.
The school system is doing their best to help the community as well. They offered emergency counseling on Christmas Eve. The principal of the high school worries about the rest of the student body.
But you just don't know how this is going to trigger something else for somebody else. You know, I guess that's one of the biggest things that's weighing on me right now is how's this going to affect other children in my school. Yeah, I call them children because they still are, but young adults. But how's it going to affect them? Is this going to tip them over, you know, from where they're struggling right now, you know, to that kind of be? And so that's one of the things that I've been struggling with since this has happened.
In Bowling Green, because local matters, Michael Ridgway, WNKY, News 40.
State news now. Interstate 64 in Louisville is back open after an early morning fire shuts down several lanes. Check out this video. You can see just how close the building fire is to traffic on I-64. In fact, Louisville fire crews say the flames were reaching the expressway and prompted the shutdown. Fire officials say they got the call around 4:50 this morning that a vacant building was on fire, and it took about 45 firefighters 1 hour to put the fire out. No one was injured, and the cause of the fire is still under investigation. With the holiday haste, you may have forgotten all about the changes that are happening at several county clerk's offices across the state of Kentucky. News 40 reporter Carlisle Coppins has more on the changes here in Warren County.
The Warren County Clerk Motor Vehicle Department's new license plate system is about to be in full effect. Once the system is downloaded and everyone is trained, the amount of time spent on license plates will be very low.
The system that we're currently using has been in place for over 40 years. So and like I said, when we have to look you up, it's anything you've ever owned. So it takes a long period of time.
When law enforcement officers pull drivers over, they also use the same system.
There may be some information that gets transferred that may not be right, or some of the information isn't transferred properly. So as we start into this new year and this new system, law enforcement is keenly aware of this.
Officers understand that a lot of drivers and the county clerk's office are getting adjusted.
The downloading of all this information when they do a mass dump like they're doing with millions of records, it's, some of you may own 5 cars and only 3 of them get into the system, things like that. So it will affect them. If they were to pull someone over, they may not be in the system.
With everything new, that means change. And these next few weeks will require patience from everyone.
And with any new system, there's going to be some glitches. There's going to be some information that maybe doesn't necessarily get transferred to people. And so this is something new and different than the way that Kentucky has done it for many years.
In Warren County, because local matters, Carlisle Coppins, WNKY News 40.
The Warren County Clerk's office will be closed at the end of business on December 29th, and it is scheduled to be reopened January 11th. For more information on the new system, call your local county clerk's office. Moving to health news now, we have an update on the FDA investigation into the illnesses linked to cinnamon applesauce pouches. The FDA found lead levels in cinnamon over 2,000 times higher than the proposed standards in an inspection conducted in an Austro Foods facility in Ecuador. The FDA has announced that the lead contamination may have been an intentional act, and those responsible will be held accountable. The U.S. Food and Drug Investigation said on Tuesday it had 82 confirmed reports of illnesses linked to high levels of lead in the pouches. The majority of those impacted are very young, but adults up to the age of 53 have also been affected. The pouches were sold in the U.S. under the brands Wanabana, Weiss, and Schnucks. While a breast cancer diagnosis of any kind is life-altering, a diagnosis of metastatic breast cancer can be especially devastating. But as Dr. Malika Marshall reports, new advances in treatment are helping patients live longer and healthier lives.
Valerie Frank was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer in 2018. Despite multiple surgeries, chemo, and radiation, 2 years ago it returned and had become metastatic, meaning it spread to her bones, liver, and lungs. The 52-year-old wife and mother of 3 teenage girls was crushed.
It was absolutely terrifying. I was in a state of panic for months, just paralyzing panic.
Fortunately, there are so many more treatment options available for patients like Valerie compared to just a decade ago.
It used to be patients were living for about 2 years. Now the median survival is up to 5+ years. So it is dramatically different, and that is because we have so many new therapies that are available for patients.
One such therapy is antibody-drug conjugates that act as smart bombs by directly targeting the tumor, sparing healthy cells, and reducing side effects.
We have seen the most number of approvals for metastatic breast cancer in the last 3 years than I have seen in my entire career over 15 years.
Unfortunately, over time, cancer cells learn to outsmart individual drugs, so it's important to have an arsenal of options. Valerie has already gone through several therapies. When her current regimen stops working, she'll move on to another.
I hope one day we'll be able to tell a patient with metastatic disease that we can cure them. We're not there yet.
I am going to die of breast cancer. Unless I'm hit by a bus, I'll die of breast cancer. But I am determined to be here for as long as I can for my family.
No matter what it takes. Dr. Malika Marshall, CBS News, Boston.
We're just days away from the start of a new year, but before 2023 comes to a close, you can make your health a priority. In today's Health Minute, the year-end health list to check off before you count down. If your 2023 health goals didn't quite turn out like you hoped, it's not too late.
The end of the year can be a good time to check in with yourself and make sure that you've done all the things that you need to do to keep yourself healthy.
Dr. Lisa Lamond with Mayo Clinic says, first on your year-end checklist, if you haven't done it already, go ahead and get an appointment for a routine wellness exam.
They're going to do a full physical exam. They're going to check routine laboratory studies, and they're going to talk to you about your healthcare screenings.
Scheduling those screenings is next on the list. They vary depending on age, health, and family history and gender. But consider screenings for certain types of cancer, high blood pressure or high cholesterol, diabetes, osteoporosis, sexually transmitted diseases, and mental health conditions like depression or anxiety. Also, make sure you're up to date on your vaccinations.
It is not too late to get your flu or updated COVID vaccines. And there is a new vaccine that's available for RSV.
Lamont says to put heart health on your list. Eating right and being active can help that. Finally, make good quality sleep a priority.
In order to help improve your sleep, try to avoid looking at screens for at least 30 minutes prior to bedtime. And also remember to exercise during the daylight hours.
Dr. Lamont says taking care of your dental health is also important as it can affect overall health. She says to make sure you prioritize seeing your dentist for routine cleanings. Still to come on News 40 at 6, Secretary of State Antony Blinken is among a party of U.S. officials in Mexico today addressing the immigrant crisis at the southern border. We'll have more details right after this, but first, Weather Chief Chris Allen is in after the break with a full look at our forecast. He'll have a little magic trick as he'll make those temperatures drop as we head to the rest of the week, and he'll tell you when we can see a wintry mix coming up.
WNKY News 40. Broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green.
The UPS store on Scottsville Road is your one stop for personal and professional services. We offer printing, shipping and packing, notary, mailboxes, and much more. Locally owned and operated. The UPS store on Scottsville Road.
We keep this love in a photograph. We make these memories for ourselves. Where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped.
I'm attorney Deborah Brose. I am committed to my clients across South Central Kentucky. But don't just take it from me. If you have any trouble receiving Social Security benefits, call our office today for a free consultation.
It's the Planet Fitness You Can Still Join a Gym in 2023 sale. Join the Judgment Free Zone and get equipment for every workout for just $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime, and pay nothing until January 17th. Hurry! Deal ends Friday, December 29th.
Start your day off with Rich Pond Market and Deli. With a wide selection of breakfast favorites and our world-famous tenderloin biscuits, you'll be sure to dig the pig, where the community comes to meet and eat. Rich Pond Market and Deli.
Greenwood Ford Lincoln Mobile Service works wherever you are and can meet you when you need it. Our mobile service van is fully loaded with all the latest tools and diagnostic equipment. We provide a range of services including oil and filter change, battery health checks, brake services, and tire rotation. Schedule your Greenwood Ford Lincoln Mobile Service online or by contacting Greenwood Ford Lincoln. With Greenwood Ford Lincoln Mobile Service, it's easy to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut, the one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink, or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking, now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed, better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead, catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, weeknights on CBS.
I'm Hugh Trimble.
And the Atomic Ranch Band.
Tune in to hear some folk, some stories, some rock and roll. Hear our newest drummer. This week on Marquee Backstage.
Check it out.
See you soon.
Time now for a full look at our forecast with Weather Chief Chris Allen. Chris, I know many people out there were shocked to reveal that you are a magician with dropping the temperatures this week.
I had nothing to do with any of it. Nothing to do. I did say abracadabra a couple of times, but nothing happened. Such is my life. But anyway, we are going to try to bring in some wintry weather as we go through time. Maybe not so much tonight around here, but as we get into tomorrow night and Friday, certainly. Now, I want to start with today's highs because that kind of sets the foundation for where I'm going to go next with all of this. So most of us around the Kentucky Mesonet network today either were in the mid to upper 40s to low 50s. You see the somewhat colder air to the east. That's because you guys east of I-65 had a lot more cloud cover while we had a lot more sun, and you had a lot of fog this morning, and that held your temperatures down as well. That will be the last that you see of 50-degree weather for about the next week. Everything else is going to be running closer to average, which is what you're seeing here. The current temperature in the mid to upper 40s, now some 30s beginning to show up to our east along the Lake Cumberland, Green River Lake, and even Barren River Lake areas. So we're going to be more typical of 40s as we go through time instead of 50s. 50s won't be back for a while. All right, so we've got the trend colder, and now we've got a chilly rain that is beginning to move in. This is live radar showing a stripe of some light rain north of Bowling Green from about Mammoth Cave, Brownsville, and as you head up into, say, 101, as you go on up into Litchfield and 256, as you go that direction into Grayson County, then a little bit of a break. Then you see the better coverage of rain from Madisonville to Hopkinsville, down the Penny Ryle Parkway, and down even toward Clarksville, Tennessee. That's the main area of rain that is going to come in, but temperatures are going to stay just warm enough to keep everything in the form of rain. For us here in southern Kentucky, north and west of us, maybe enough of a chilly rain to mix as we get into late tonight, tomorrow morning. But it's still 46, so it's very mild, even though it's a chilly rain coming in. Southeast wind at 5, and the dew points, the humidity levels starting to come up now with the more saturated air mass that is beginning to pull in to southern Kentucky. So what's happening is we've had this break here today. Now we're starting to get this, what we call an occluded front, and basically that's where a low pressure system kind of wraps around itself and it draws in the moisture. There's not a lot of moisture with this system. So what we're going to see on the radar, what we just saw on the radar, is probably all we're going to get. Less than 1/10 of an inch, maybe 1/4 inch of some light rain. But the coldest air is still up here back behind the low pressure system. As it moves off to the north and east, then we'll start to get some of that wraparound, and that's when we'll see a conversion with that next disturbance coming in of the rain maybe changing over to some snow showers as we get into late tomorrow night and into early Friday. And as you see there, you saw it change to snow for just a bit, then back to rain as we get into Friday morning. That's because once we get through this kind of a slushy snow that's going to come through early on Friday morning, which could impact travel. Everything will then change over to a rain as temperatures get above freezing. So I'm not looking at a lot of accumulation, but it may be enough to impact travel as you go into work on Friday morning. After that, we're going to pick up about 1/2 inch of rain total through Saturday, early Saturday. But again, those totals could be skewed if some of it is mixed with some frozen precipitation. So tonight we're going to go 33, rain likely. Most of it will be gone by the time the colder air gets here, although to the north and west you could see something mixed in. 42 and mainly cloudy tomorrow, then that better chance of a wintry mix Thursday night into Friday with the high only 39. After that, we keep it mainly quiet as we say goodbye to 23 and hello to 24. Highs will be chilly though, only in the low to mid 40s. And here's what's coming up tonight on CBS 40.
Feels good to be home. Save big this weekend weekend during Ashley's New Year's Bash. Thursday through Monday, get 25% off your entire purchase. Now is the perfect time to refresh your space. Shop the New Year's Bash this weekend only at Ashley.
At Horizon Pace, I have one doctor, not 4 or 5. And if I need to talk to that doctor and he's not with another patient, he'll come and talk to me. Everything's going real good. I come off of about 19 pills down to 7 now, and I love it. I wouldn't do without it right now.
Horizon Pace is the face of your healthcare. Contact us for more information.
The Leachman Christmas Spectacular is officially back at Leachman Buick GMC. With your in-store vehicle purchase, take home a 55-inch smart TV. With incredible offers on all new and pre-owned inventory, drive home in your new Terrain for as low as $299 a month. Or check out all our deals on wheels at LeachmanAuto.com. And while it's fun to receive, we can't wait to give. Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a 55-inch smart TV.
Right now, a brand new move-in ready Jago home is more affordable than you might think. Jago Homes has the gift of a low 5.5% 30-year fixed interest rate that's guaranteed for the life of your loan. You'll enjoy open, spacious living, and your family will be comfortable throughout the year with our exclusive Energy Smart technology. Find your dream home today at jagohomes.com. Yes, you really can be home for the holidays.
Electrical needs? Don't compromise on quality. Choose Buck Electric, proudly serving Bowling Green for 27 years. Our licensed electricians are experts in residential and commercial repairs, ensuring your safety and satisfaction. From modern lighting design to essential panel upgrades, we provide quality solutions tailored to your needs. Experience the trust and reliability that comes with over a quarter century of service. Visit buckelectricbg.com or call us today. Buck Electric, your connection to quality, safety, and experience.
You're not going to want to miss this.
Jeopardy! It's like the Everest of trivia.
You got to unleash the power.
You know, I like that, yeah.
Weeknights at 4:30 on CBS 40.
Feels good to be home.
Save big this weekend during Ashley's New Year's Bash. Thursday through Monday, get 25% off your entire purchase or get 0% interest for 60 months with no down payment. Shop the New Year's Bash this weekend only at Ashley.
This week, an estimated 6,000 migrants began a journey north through Mexico, headed to the U.S. border. President Biden dispatched 2 members of his cabinet to Mexico to discuss migration with President Andres Lopez Obrador. Nicole Skanga has more details from the White House.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas huddled with Mexican President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador to discuss the flow of migrants at the U.S. border. As many as 10,000 migrants a day have approached the border this month, straining resources. Most are coming through Mexico from Central and South America. Lopez Obrador has called on Congress to pass an aid package to support the countries the migrants are fleeing. Republican lawmakers are demanding tough new border policies in exchange for more aid for Ukraine and Israel. For months, the Biden administration has been trying to hammer out a deal. In a CBS News poll out this month, voters ranked immigration as the second most important issue facing the U.S. Lopez Obrador predicts migration concerns between the two countries will only grow during the 2024 presidential election.
In our own backyard.
Former President Trump, who may face President Biden in the upcoming election, released a new campaign ad in New Hampshire focusing on the border. Nicole Skanga, CBS News, the White House.
Still to come, News 40's Patrick Carey is in the studio with a look at your sports. We'll be right back.
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
It's that time of year again, America. So let's light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event.
Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology, space, and flexibility for any season. Get special offers on our adventure-ready SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. And make the holidays bright with Ford. Now get a new Bronco Sport with 1.9% financing for 60 months plus $3,000 bonus cash and no payments for 90 days. Only at your local Ford dealer.
I'm waking up my day. So let's get it started. Turn it up, turn it on. Keep the morning moving right along.
Watch WNKY News 40 Sunrise for the latest in local news.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise.
Weather on the 4s to get you out the door.
Good morning to everyone at home.
And local events and entertainment to jumpstart your day.
News 40 Sunrise Way.
Weekday morning starting at 6.
Jeez. Hey, Trent. What's going on? You've been here for 7 hours.
I'm having problems with this ain't right. I'm coming back tomorrow.
I should have called JB. Trent. Jeez.
Should have called JB Electric. At JB Electric, when it comes to electricity, we don't mess around. Make the right call. Call JB Electric.
Recovery is strength.
Recovery is courage.
For me, recovery is freedom. My road to recovery is full of pain.
It redeemed me from a life of pain, darkness, and complete oblivion.
Recovery showed me a strength I didn't know that I had.
Addiction is part of my past, and my past has been redeemed.
Find the courage to live a healthier you.
For strength against addiction, visit landmarkrecovery.com
or call 866
Landmark today.
On our places, bright shining faces.
When you wake up in the morning, we want to be your go-to team.
Nate has one of the quickest minds I've ever seen.
Tony has a way of making people feel comfortable.
Gail has this unbelievable knack to ask the question that you're asking at home.
I've been told I could talk to a tree, and that's pretty much true.
I don't go to work in the morning. I go for coffee with my two good friends, and we talk about the world.
Your morning routine just got better. CBS Mornings, weekdays at 7.
Well, welcome into sports. We start with some high school basketball. Our first holiday tournament was at Logan County High School today. The Lady Raiders of Warren East took down Ohio County 67-31. The Lady Raiders have been dominant so far this year. Butler County also picked up a win over Callaway County 51-46. We'll have all of those updates throughout the entire tournament this week. And the Lady Invitational of the South was taking place at Allen County Scottsville High School. Westmoreland, Tennessee beat the Russellville Panthers 66-21. Yeesh. Meanwhile, Henderson County beat the Greenwood Gators earlier in the day 52-36. We'll also have all of those updates throughout the tournament this week. Well, it is officially game day for the Louisville Cardinals for the final time this season. The 15th ranked Cards are set to take on the USC Trojans in the Holiday Bowl. A big storyline is that the potential top pick in the NFL draft, Caleb Williams, will not play tonight for the Trojans. Nonetheless, here's what head coach Jeff Brom had to say about the future of the program.
I think we've had a very competitive football team. They were unselfish. They played hard. They wanted to win, and we got to continue to build on that. But, you know, obviously competing at a high level, getting to championship games, getting to the playoff, all those things are what everyone's striving for, and, you know, we want to do the same thing.
And the Kentucky Wildcats are also gearing up for their 2023 bowl game this week. The Cats will take on the Clemson Tigers in the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl this Friday. Kickoff is set for 11 a.m. local time. And for defensive back Maxwell Hairston, he's excited to take on Clemson.
Clemson is school, you know, I bet you every kid kind of grew up watching. And it's always been a dream of mine to, like, play those schools that I used to watch growing up. So I'm excited for this matchup. When we know it's a game coming, we turned up always. We ready to play and go out there, have some fun together, you know, play cohesively as we've been doing the whole year. Just go out there, execute, and have fun.
And the Tennessee Titans are set to close out their regular season over the next 2 weeks. The Titans are coming off another heartbreaking loss after falling to the Seahawks 20-17 in the closing seconds of the game. Tennessee will now visit the Houston Texans before closing the season with the Jags. For Derrick Henry, he kept it short, expressing how the season has been so far.
I'm frustrated. Got 2 games left. Try to do our best to win those. We're not winning. That's what it is, not doing enough.
And finally, the Nashville Predators are back in action tonight. The Preds are set to host the Hurricanes at 7 p.m. local time. Nashville is currently sitting in the 4th place spot in the Central standings. Here's what head coach Andrew Burnett had to say after coming off the Christmas break.
I think
We've handled this kind of adversity all year. This is probably our third or fourth game where we kind of let slip away, and we're learning hard experiences and hard lessons, and you know, we've so far up to date we've been able to handle it really well, and where we went back to work, and it'll be really challenging here on the next one.
Listen, growing up in Lexington, I never thought I'd say this, but I really enjoy some Louisville football right now. And it helps a lot with Jeff Brom, of course, but we'll be rooting hard for the Cards tonight.
Yeah, do you think they'll actually pull out the win now that Caleb Williams is sitting down?
I do think they can pull out the win.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be an awesome cherry on top for a great season for Jeff Brom's first year.
We got a cherry on top for the rest of the week, too, with this wintry mix that's coming in, although it's not too much.
Yeah, I mean, if you're into that, you're going to get a little taste of winter here for the next several days. 33 tonight, mostly rain. But there is a mix possible to the north of us tonight, but most of you here in southern Kentucky will not see that. You'll just get rain this time.
Well, we'll get a little bit maybe into the later days of the week, but for now it's
tomorrow night and Friday.
Yeah, for now it's just wet, so
yeah,
we'll deal with it. All right. We want to thank you guys for joining us tonight on News 40 at 6. Have a great evening. We'll see you back here tonight at 10 p.m.
Well, welcome to Family Feud, everybody. I'm your man, Steve Harvey. Well, we got a good one for you today, returning for their third day. From Columbia, South Carolina, it's the champs. It's the Charles family. And from Wheaton, Illinois, it's the Durr family. Everybody's here trying to win themselves some cash. Somebody might have a shot driving out of here.